You're cold.
What's happening, babies? Spring has come super early here in Montreal, Quebec. Today is the 15th of April, 2023. It's currently 25 degrees Celsius. It's just been a freaking outstanding past few days. I mean, we are seriously blessed considering it's been the worst freaking winter imaginable. So we're here with a recent friend of mine. He's friends with my friend Kev, who's Lincoln I filmed years ago. And here's this fantastic 78 Buick Electra. Is it a Park Avenue or not? It is a Park Avenue. So the Park Avenue was the top trim level. You know, like for example, you had a Delta 88 Custom and you had a Delta 88 Royale. That's where this was the brilliance of cars back in the day. Now I don't really know anything about this car. So you bought this car last year?
Yeah.
And in Montreal, right?
Yeah.
So right now we're in the LaSalle Borough. He's got the appropriate 78 Quebec plate on there.
Came with the car. I don't know if it's original.
It came with the car, eh? Well,
yeah.
Probably not.
No.
I wanted to tell you something that, not to discourage you or anything, those are not the original hubcaps. Walk with me, would you? What I mean is that Buicks, especially Buicks and Oldsmobiles, these were very typical replacement caps because hubcaps get lost really easily. Hey Kevin, how you doing, buddy?
Good.
I didn't even shake your hand. I haven't seen you in like since fall or something.
Right, we did our Escalade.
I know, and I'll still give you that 1999 GM ad I was telling you about. That I showed you that picture. I put it up for sale, but I'm like, man, I thought maybe you might not be interested because you're selling your Escalade. So anyway, what I'm saying is that this was a generic cap for these cars. And they were used into the 80s, and because the original caps got lost all the time for peu importe, regardless of which GM it was. But these were really for these cars, the LeSabre, the Electra, Delta 88s, Bonnevilles, and Parisiennes, and all that. And so now also another thing, I don't know if you know or not, because I grew up in the 80s, you know, and my parents had a 79 Delta 88, and which was a base model. But all the mid-size and full-size GMs, all the rear bumpers rusted to bits. So you're very lucky that this thing isn't rusted, because they're very hard to find in good condition. One of the things I love about these 77 to 79 Electras, because the rear end is not at all like the LeSabre. As a matter of fact, the LeSabre rear end I've always thought was ugly. Is the pointed, kind of like fins here.
Yeah.
And what's the current mileage on this beast?
It's either 170, actually 167 or 67. I don't know.
I don't think it's 160. I looked at it real quick. I don't think it's 160. I mean, it could be 167, but it doesn't. It sure as hell doesn't look like it. Just judging by the original paint, the vinyl roof is excellent. This car doesn't even look like it even was driven ever in the rain. Even on top of that, and the interior, of course, this rich velour, typical red of the 70s, as I was saying a few minutes ago. And of course, right away, sitting in here in the back and riding just a few minutes, it's like you feel at home. Or a guy like me is, you know, big guy like me, you know, and just totally old school all the way. Look, I'm even sporting one of my shirts that's already showing wear, which is not selling. And may I see the motor, please?
Of course.
Even though I know it's not a big deal in those years because it's just a blue block, and you know, if you don't mind, I'll take the liberty out of experience. Look, there's the original paint. There's your wear, right? Oh, yeah, you cleaned up the air cleaner. Have you done anything into this car since you bought it?
Not very much. Just the plugs, the wires.
AC doesn't work, I guess, probably.
No.
Never
It's been
work.
converted, but yeah, I haven't messed with that yet.
Man, this car's got everything. Look at all the hoses on this thing. Tabarnak.
So yeah, not so much tires, and just been driving it since then.
And where,
the shots something.
and where did you see this car advertised anyway?
It wasn't. It was a friend of mine, friend of a friend. It was sitting in his driveway, and they said, "Oh, my friend has this car. He wants to get rid of it." And
you know, one of the things you got to be careful about these cars. I'm looking at the master cylinder. It looks bloody old. You might want to keep an eye on that, because I remember my dad. There's one thing that was always having to get repaired on his car was the brakes. Brakes are not great on this car.
oh, it needs some work for sure.
Yeah. So
But it's drivable.
well, other than that, transmission, engine, as you know, unkillable. You know. Yeah, you can close that up, man. Thank you very much. If you don't mind, I'll just have a seat and just you know, give you guys the whole, let you drool over this original factory beauty there. Like I'm loving it as well. I used to have a long time ago. I had a friend, actually, who was a couple of years younger than me, and this is like, I think in '99, and he was like 18 or 17, he bought a 77 LeSabre coupe, and it was weird because it was orange with a white interior and a white vinyl top. It was a two-door. But unfortunately, that's another weak part of these old cars is the frame. The frame. Kevin's looking at the viewfinder. The guy, he's like, "Is it okay? Is he allowed?"
It's good, actually. It's good.
Another thing that's weird, yeah, the frames are always bad on all these cars, so you gotta always keep an eye on that. And another thing that's unique about these particular cars, other than GM's, is the backlit of the odometer. All the gauges are silver instead of black, which is very special. And the odometer, I can't even read it. What'd you say? 67,000? 167?
63 actually. You see, I don't.
Horn works.
Everything works in this except the AC.
I hope that you kept the original radio, right?
Actually, it didn't come with the original radio. It came with like an aftermarket cassette from the 80s. So
Really?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it wasn't working, so I had to.
That was funny. That's typical too. My father's Delta was also didn't have. He had changed it, and let's take a quick peek here, and then we'll scoot on out somewhere here. I've got the camera set on. You know me and my videos. I like extra color. I like saturation. So we'll just take a quick peek underneath since I'm here. Tires look really good too, eh?
All the brand new.
Very nice. Now I should mention that my friend here, he's French from France, and the reason why I mention that is because Europeans are more than ever gobbled up so many classic American cars because there's not enough people here who appreciate them in North America, so they go overseas or Australia or whatever. So at least they're always preserved, regardless of the year, the vintage. You know what would be cool though, is if you still love this car over the years. You know what I would do is if I were you. Yeah, this is too bad, eh? Right here.
Yeah.
Shit. That can be fixed. You know they could pull that out, eh? You get a puller, and Kevin probably told you that. But what I was going to say is it would be awesome to have this thing with a dual exhaust. Then you have a little increased horsepower too, because everything's friggin' restricted. You know?
Oh, it's gonna need some stuff. You're seeing the car pretty much as I got it, so it was stored during the winter, so I didn't get to drive it much.
Do you mind mentioning how much you paid?
Really cheap.
Really cheap? So really cheap is like,
$2,500.
I was going to say 3. That is cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cheap. Great, good for you. Good for you, that's great. Yeah, because they're not worth a hell of a lot. That's why it's great for a young guy like you. You're what, 28, 27?
28, yeah.
You look younger than 28. But the point is that they're great cars, and Kevin knows because he used to have his. Can I show you, Kevin?
Yeah, of course.
Kevin can I show you, Kevin?
Sure.
Okay, because some people are not, photogenic. You can never assume in life. And believe me, if I knew that in life when I was you guys' age, I'd be like, yeah, I'd be better off. Don't never assume anything. But the point of the matter is, these cars are cheap to get, and the parts are still out there mechanically, and they're not worth much. So it's worth what you're willing to pay for it, and what somebody. I mean, you get a lot of people come talk to you, and it's beautiful. That's what it's all about. It's a preservation.
I can't put gas without having someone talking to me.
Yeah, and what's also great too is that, like Kevin's town car, is that look, the car's not mint. You can drive. You don't have to be afraid, worry parking it, because it's already got a bunch of nicks all over it, like a couple little dents. So what? It's a city car.
That's what I like about it. Just drive it, and you don't really care if you get another ding.
So now we're gonna go make the movie history. No, not really. We're gonna go. I'm gonna film him floating around in some nicer areas, and I got something else in mind too. But it depends how far he wants to go. I want to do some shots near the old port, maybe one of those narrow streets with the cobblestone. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. There's one street in particular off De La Commune. It's so narrow. It's like I just picture the car with the headlights coming down slowly. All right, hang tight, guys. And there's Kevin. Kevin, you bought a fucking Crown Victoria that looks like a marquee. What's going on, man? Got the marquee wheels, the color.
Little beater, got it really cheap,
Good for you.
$1,000. So you can't go wrong.
I like it. It's got a Florida look to it with all the old tint around there.
Yeah.
Let's give a quick look. Give a quick look around there to the old fellow boat enthusiasts.
Here, let me start it up for you.
Man, you even got the correct white walls. Those are the factory white walls, eh? Good old 4.6, eh? Good old 4.6 liter on the Panther platform. What's the mileage?
109,000.
Correct Ford hat there.
Right.
You want me to take a peek inside?
Sure, go ahead.
Oh yeah,
She's clean inside, actually.
she's a driver, eh?
Unlike the exterior, the interior is actually very nice. So
It's really weird that you have those wheels on there, though. What happened with the original wheels? It's so bizarre. Because usually these cars belong to old people, you know, and they're original.
Check out that mileage. That's original. She's been sitting. That's why she's rusty. She's been sitting a lot. Check engine lights because, well, there's no cats, so that's why it's a little bit noisy.
You just bought this, eh?
I just bought that.
Yeah,
That's my new toy.
Because I was like, I look behind us in the car. I'm like, I didn't know you bought that.
I still have the town car. I sold that Escalade, and I bought this as a, you know, those summer toys.
Man, I can't believe. Yeah, it is original because those are original. Those are the original Mercury Marquis tires. They were only
Goodyears.
They were Mercury Marquis Crown Victoria tire. They were skinny like that. I don't know of any other cars that had that. I don't even know if the town car had those. And it's a what year?
98.
Really?
Yeah, she's old. She's old.
She's old, eh? Well, so am I. It's okay. Nobody's perfect. The older, the better.
Right, that's what they say.
Okay. Un beau Buick là. See, it's interesting because if this had been a LeSabre or something cheaper, it might not have a right-hand mirror. It would have been optional. I think on a luxury car like this or entry luxury, it's standard maybe. I'm not sure though. One of the things I like also about these Buicks is that you have all these idiot lights right here on the top, you know. Again, on the different models, they were in different places. You know, the Delta 88, they were like all here. So, God, I love that red. Oh my God, it's so sexy, it's so funky, it's so old school. Man, 403 V8. So did you dream of this your whole life? Like to own a...
No. It's just...
Man, I forgot to show something in your car right here in the mirror. Right there, that thing below there.
Oh, that, the temperature?
Yeah, that was optional, eh? I don't think that was standard. Yeah. No, you got a good deal, my friend. Anyway, you know, the thing is, you could always have those dents pulled. You could always get the car repainted. It's, but like I said, and as you know, it's whatever. It's a driver. It's a beautiful driver.
That's what I like about it.
And I can tell you waxed it and everything, and you know, you're like Kevin. I can see why you guys are friends. It's not hard to see why, you know. To the phone tight when you do that, because these phones are not fun to hold a long time. One of the downsides of these frickin' GMs right into the 90s is the headline. Look, the headliner's sagging. They're all like that. I don't know what it is. It's almost like they get scrimped out on the frickin' glue at that time. I don't know why. It's so stupid because that's a pain in the ass to put back on. I don't even know how you do it. You know. But that's the 70s for you. That's why it's called the Malaise era. Yeah. There you go. That's it.
It's fixed.
Now we're on Boulevard de la Vérendrye, heading towards Boulevard La Salle. Which reminds me of a restaurant I always keep meaning to try one day. I've never eaten. That is the La Salle drive-in restaurant, yeah. Have you guys eaten?
I've eaten here before.
Are you coincidentally wearing a red t-shirt? Well, how is it?
That's really good.
Must be Greek owned. I think it's been around since '67.
Yeah.
Oh, look, quasi scrap coming. What the fuck is this, dude? Oh, I shouldn't have swore. Oh well. What is that?
Oh, that's just some.
It's
air freshener.
Okay, so. Right. And do you mind if I open the glove compartment?
No. I don't know what's in there.
Look at that, it's metal. The whole thing's doors like clink. It's all metal. I love it. Metal. And this stereo is very interesting. I've never seen an aftermarket stereo like that. It looks kind of like old school style with the two.
It works pretty good, and it's so cheap. It's like $40 on Amazon.
What?
It goes really well in the classic car.
Really?
You can just hook up your phone and be your music.
Now, for you younger guys, I'm sure Kevin is aware because he had that Lincoln Town Car with a 400 cubic inch V8, and a lot of guys that think they don't know too much about cars are learning. They think, oh well, it's a big block, it's got power. No, in the 70s, none of them had power after '73. Because of government regulations for anti-pollution and all this crap. So even if it had been a 350 in here, it's about the same horsepower, 170. But it does sound good though. You know, it's like if you have a Trans Am. It's the same engine. It's an Oldsmobile motor. Yeah. And also, I should say that GM. GM was taken to court actually by 1979 because they were mismatching engines. So people who thought they had like an Oldsmobile engine, like a Rocket V8 350, was like a Chevy motor. Oh, somebody responding. I can't see. Can't see.
It's over there.
Maybe it's aware.
Oh crap!
That's why I was smelling this thing here. What's that smell?
I thought that was my car.
No,
It's him.
no.
It's him.
Well, it's because I used your cigarette lighter in the door to see if it worked. And I was like, what the fuck did I...
At the time in the late 80s, you know, often we would go to my grandfather's place for dinner in Cartierville in Ville Saint Laurent. And we lived in Roxborough, you know. And so one night we're about to go home and my dad's like, I got no brakes. So we had to go with my Uncle Brian. My father was, you know, trailing with the Delta. And but that's what goes with owning these cars. There's a price, you know, there's a price to pay for everything. Kevin knows very well, you know. When you have to blow, like, how much did it cost you to rebuild that tranny on the Lincoln?
2,000 something.
That's.
We were talking about that earlier, actually.
Well,
that car's for sale. It's on Marketplace.
I saw your post. I saw it. Yeah.
You saw it? Good.
Yeah. Well, it looks cool, you know. I mean, at least the guy didn't put donks in it or something, but I don't know. It's just, you know, me with the whole black thing has gone off the rails.
I don't know how much he put into it, but I sold it to him for $3,000.
Yeah. Now he's asking like I think 10 or 11. Yeah. That's a bit steep, I think.
A little.
Yeah, especially for a car that's not no longer completely original, you know. But you know, what do you want? Inflation, and everybody wants. And in Quebec, you have to ask more to get your price, you know. Look at the detail they did in the wood here. That's really cool.
Oh, yeah, all the details.
Man, like all where the grab handle is, like holy cow.
They're like, let's put a little bit of cushion right here. Some film.
Look at that ashtray. Ain't nobody smoked in here.
I love it. Well, you know what, man? It's better than what's coming out today.
There's old cars in LaSalle, yeah. Where are we? Central? Early? Early, yeah. Well, I remember there used to be a white Cadillac at a car wash.
Yeah, it's still there.
It's still there?
Yeah.
Holy mackerel. Look at that. Oh, I thought it was a Volkswagen van. Oh my God, they're never going to let me drive. You know, when we were in the parking lot before at Undergo, I almost felt like asking you to let me drive for 2 minutes and film me.
Oh, you can if you find it.
I mean, I don't think that's illegal because it's not a street.
No.
Because I've been dreaming of doing something like that. You know, people, all the subscribers, long time, be like, "Oh, good for you, Elton." You know, just to show people that I can actually drive it, even though.
I was going to offer it to you actually. Just
really.
If we were on the empty parking lot.
The last time I did that was with Simon's Delta. Too bad me and Simon couldn't stay as friends, but we're a little too much alike.
This thing here.
What? Oh, look at
What is
that.
that?
That's a Golf. Yeah, or a Jetta. No, it was a Golf. Yeah, see, this is nice, but we got to get to the part where like nobody's parked here. You know, we get a nice view of the car. It's too distracting. Check this out, guys. Look at that. To adjust the left driver's mirror, if they put that in the center of the dash, it's so bizarre. You would think it would have been right in the door panel. I guess because it probably cost more to cut a hole there. Then that's bizarre.
Well, you got the one for the driver here, and this is your passenger mirror.
I asked him if he had.
Wiring got a little bit too complicated.
Was the power trunk in here? Yeah, it's right for the no, because my dad's the power trunk button was the yellow button in here in the Delta. Oh, I see, now we're in a fitting area. Look at this here.
I think it's here. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, exactly. So what I'll do is we'll go down. I'll get off like somewhere halfway, and then like go along, and then like come back. Okay, come back. You know, slow or fast or whatever you want. You know. So okay, they got a couple of passes there. I've come here recently a couple of times to film all the trucking on the 20, because the 20 is right up there. Yeah, okay, I'll hit record right when we hit a red light. Okay, that's good. Meanwhile, in the interim, oh look, you even have the Buick keychain. Details, baby. Details. Yeah, where are all these people going, eh? Where are they all going? West. Okay, now we got some beautiful lighting here in the interior. Yeah, car's got pretty good pickup.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Not too bad at all. Now we're passing the Canadian Railway Company. This is where they rebuild and restore locomotives and train cars. And this used to be the General Electric building. Oh, look at that, eh? Oh, I like how they make noise, eh? It's nice. There's the old Via Rail Bud cars. These ones are retired. They're discovered cracks in them.
What about this one? East.
No!
Ah.
Call this.
138.
Stay not east.
Oh, let's go to Ganawagi instead. Let's go see a lot of old cars.
Yeah, a lot of good cars there.
Yeah, but I found out through a video I did to a former friend of mine that some of them don't take kindly to that, to us, to white people coming down there, and you know.
That's where I went the other day to take that picture.
Shit, you know what's funny? We passed this place when I was here a few weeks ago. Kevin, thinking of you, they had a freaking a dark red Escalade. You saw it, eh?
I saw it, but I think it's a GM or a Suburban of some sort.
Yeah, you're right. I think it is a Suburban. But then again, everything gives you cancer, right?
Freak out now.
It gives you a weak bladder when you hold it for too long.
So where do I go now?
Don't worry, Kevin. We're all gonna die sometime.
Where do I go now?
To 20. Just follow. Just go straight.
Lock your doors.
Nice Charger. You don't see too many of them that color. Oh, that reminds me. I'm guessing the right one is the fuel.
Yes.
Yeah. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Don't you stop it, don't you stop the music. Okay, now I'm curious, what kind of music are you listening to in this thing?
Just classic rock.
Yeah?
70s, 80s.
You know what I would love to hear right now? I have this memory cruising with my buddies, 85 Fleetwood Rome at night on St. Catherine with nothing but a G thing playing. I gotta admit, I felt pretty powerful with that playing there. Ain't nothing but a G thing, baby.
Yeah.
You know that song.
Yeah.
It's like this and like that and like this and it's like this. And who gives a fuck about I'm just a white guy. I'm a white guy with soul though. Okay, the only thing is I don't know where we're gonna get off. Oh man. High beam thing.
See it?
I can't see anything. No, not really. I guess it's too bright. That's all right. I'm not too bright either, so it's okay. It's funny, eh? Because you could like replace the exhaust or whatever it is, the muffler, but it's got its charm. You know, Kevin's town car was the same thing. It didn't sound perfectly quiet.
It's just a gasket
to get them in both
between the manifold and the rest of the exhaust.
Yeah, my 65 LeSabre had a bad manifold, exhaust manifold, man.
Cool. I don't mind the noise, it's just the smell.
The smell.
If you're idling a lot.
Wow. What a comparison. Both guys learn.
Yeah, buddy. More like this.
the mayor's office. Madame Plante, the plant mayor. That's, yeah, you don't know that? That's Hotel de Ville, City Hall.
My God.
It's okay, Kevin, I'll let it slide. You're from Cornwall. I don't believe it. At this time, look, he's right there. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I just got these guys at noon last week, and this is again. I don't believe it. That's crazy. I didn't even hear those bells ringing on the crossing. I don't believe it. All this from this I almost said Mercury. Bite my tongue. Buick. God, I love Buicks. Look at that. He's just hauling 2 cars. Dude, maybe we could beat him to the crossing. Oh my God, I just blew my mind. I just freaking blew my mind. You might be able to do that. I don't know. He might be going to Point St. Charles because there's also a rail yard down there. Oh my God, we're racing a train in the old port. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I'm thinking I'm verklempt. Holy shit, man. Look, he's going slower now. Oh, he blew the horn out of him. Yeah, man. Those engines is what I was talking about. Those were built in the late 50s, early 60s, man. Hope you don't mind you're in the shot there, Scott. All right. Yeah, you seem like a cool guy. So, look, crossing bells are going down.
You want me to stop here?
No, keep going. Come on. I want to get him I want to see if we could beat him at the other crossing we're going to. So you see that bridge coming up down there? Eventually there's a pedestrian bridge and anyway. I would love to walk across this. Look at this.
Stop.
They made that for all the employees to go across the train yard. Yeah, that's typical old cars. The Ford Granada Monarch was even worse. See, the train yard is back there. Look, you can see a ship there. I know you're driving though. What are you doing?
I'm just letting this guy go.
Oh yeah?
I'm gonna pretend to get out.
See, at the light you're gonna make a left and we're there. Whoa, daddy. Yeah, make a left right here. This is exactly where I want it to go now. This is the Bonaventure. And look, right here, look how cool this is. See, look, there's an S-curve here. It's great. I can set up here. I could be there at the crossing. It's beautiful.
Oh,
Tracks are right here.
that.
Yeah, I knew you guys would get a little kick out of that.
Wow.
Yeah. So you see, Kevin, if you ever get in that old Cadillac or Lincoln, well, that's it.
Perfect.
You say, look at the old Chevy there. Bien nati, yeah. See, he might come this way or not. I don't
Oh,
know.
careful, you fucking bird.
Stupid bird. Don't you know bird is the word? Okay, so look, I'm not sure what to do right now because I really got to take a piss. And I'm going to go in here somewhere where the tracks are. And so you can't, I don't know if you can really park anywhere. That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the only catch.
There's a lot of places we can just idle around.
The engine was bad?
No, it wasn't. It was just, it had a misfire, so it just needed a coin.
Okay.
That
Sorry,
that was the problem with the car.
I had to add a little more to the video. Beautiful waterfront here, La Rivière, sun setting here. You know. So Kevin, where did you find that town car?
Which one?
The one, Corinne's.
No, it's not the same car. At some point, we had the exact same car, the same color, same everything.
The black one.
The red one.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, but where's yours from? Because again, when I see a car with a rare color like that, I think it's from the States. That's what I
it's
automatically
from
think.
here. So it was bought in Quebec.
Okay. Interesting. Because I like rare, you know me. J'aime rare. J'aime ça le monde qui sont rares aussi. Unless they're really weird. Like there's people weirder than me, and that's a different story. That's you know. It's weird enough. I film escalators and elevators, and, you know. But there's guys that's all they like because then they're really autistic. Because usually that's an autistic thing. I'm Asperger probably, not officially diagnosed, but I have those autism traits. That's what Asperger is. It's like, you know. Mm-hmm. Oh look, we're in the old Lachine now, right? LaSalle? No, LaSalle.
Yeah, I was going home. Shit. Here?
Yeah, because it's such a comfortable cruise here. That's why, right? Oh, there's a cop there. You're not gonna be happy, Kev. Yeah, he's parked back there. I don't know.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, there's a police station here. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I didn't notice.
Oh, the humanity. Oh yeah, this goes to Central. Oh, look at this Benz here, eh? Whoa, that's a coupe. That's rare. Rare. Speaking of rare, I was just talking about rare. Oh yeah, this is gonna look pretty cool. With a little Poison playing. I think it's Poison.
Def Leppard.
Damn it! Shit.
Close.
Close, but no cigar, man.
Shows I'm not a metalhead, eh? No, I'm not a big metal guy. I like Van Halen. AC/DC is my favorite.
Led Zeppelin. Hollies.
Oh yeah, I see it now. I see it. See the blinking.
Your hybrids on too, they come on.
Yeah, that was weird when the car struggled to go up that hill, in Ville Saint Pierre before we went on the highway. I don't know why the hell she did that. Really bizarre.
First time.
Weirdo, man. Weird stuff. Hey, you know, Corinth, I gotta tell you, I was telling this to a friend of mine not long ago that I remember when I went to go see a friend of mine in Connecticut. He lived in southern Connecticut, and so he liked cars like me. So we went driving around, you know, looking for old cars. And this is like 20 years ago, pretty much 20 years ago exactly. And I don't know if it was in New Haven, Connecticut, somewhere near there, but check this out. It was we're driving along, and I see this Buick, just like yours, 2-door, 77 to 79, white, 2-door, friggin' Domino's pizza delivery car.
Oh yeah.
I kid you not.
Wow.
Believe that?
It's unusual.
Yeah, a little bit, eh? But then I thought of it, you know, and I told my friend, I said, yeah, but maybe it's not so far-fetched, because you're delivering pizzas, you're not going far usually. You're driving like, what, 5, maybe 10 minutes? You're not going very far.
Yeah.
Seriously. I think it's only restaurants that are famous, like Chalet Barbecue, for example, that sometimes they'll do exceptions to drive, like, you know, I don't know, 20 clicks or something, you know, because you're definitely not going to get good gas mileage in the city, that's for sure.
Yep.
Good thing you switched your glasses.
Well, they kind of stop him for wearing sunglasses, I don't think.
I don't know. No?
Well, like me, I got prescription in my sunglasses, so I would have to wear them.
Mm-hmm.
If I didn't have my regular glasses with me.
Man, this camera is amazing at night. I can't believe it. I rarely film at night because I'm like an old man now. You know what I mean? Like seriously, I get up like at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. I go to bed at 11. I don't have a life. You know, I'm just like. So.
Did you want to film the car outside too? In the night?
Yeah, it's kind of tempting. Where? Would have to be adequate lighting though, and I only think downtown has adequate lighting. Considering how people laugh at that French too, like big time. Actually, it's what's amazing is also how. What's also amazing is how many people I've had watch my videos over here and they hear me talking in French. I was like, "What's that language you're speaking?" I'm like, "I don't even know it's French." Like, man, to us it's so obvious. You know?
Yeah. There's side markers around too. I didn't know you have side markers.
I
on
like
cars.
these little lights that are right under the dash here in the middle. That's a nice
Oh,
touch.
here?
Reminds me of like a cockpit of a plane kind of, you know, like, you know, reading lights for maps and stuff like that. I just want to get this shot to see how it looks like. There's a little bit of a light compensation. There we go. The headliner's not showing sagging. That's good. You guys take care. Talk soon, eh?
Yes, sir.
You too, guys. Take care, eh? Thanks again, man. It's been a hoot. Look at that beautiful, lavish, classy interior. Oh, it's cold. Take care, boys. Hang on. Don't leave just yet. Let me get on the other side, okay? Bye. Wasn't that fun, boys and girls? Wasn't that awesome? Bloop.